Peace, family. This is Nas tapping in with the InnerG Exchange. If you haven't catch the last upload that I did, please go check that out. It's up now. Uh, it's Terrence Howard exclusive early video that he made discussing, the myth and the misunderstanding of the equation, the square root of two. And this is just his basic definition, despite all the other things he's been pushing out, on the other wavelengths and levels of, understanding. This is the basis of what he is saying, the basis that the thing that we have thought to be something true all this time may not actually be as accurate and as truthful as we have been presenting it. So, I didn't want to explain that because he had a clear and concise way of presenting what he is trying to say, or the basis of it. Again, this is just the basis of his entire theory. So this isn't the theory and what he is saying. This is simply the reasoning, the actual reasoning for him to be thinking what he is thinking. So go check that out. Let me know your thoughts. If y'all still confused about it, if y'all still have, you know, misunderstandings, reach out, comment, and, get the exchange going so that way, your understanding of what this black man is trying to push out and tell, essentially the world. I find this very important to get out right now because this information that he is providing and having us think about is literally shift in our understanding of life itself. He's essentially pointing out that since the beginning of time, since mathematics and science, there has been one linear way of thinking and one linear way of equating things to be true. Now, as these years passed, of course, nobody questioned it because everybody agreed with it. So if what everybody agrees with is working, there's no need to question it. There's no need to think twice about it, right? And that has been going on for years and decades and centuries, right? However, there is more than 80, 90% of information about this world we still don't know. Um, where the highest level of scientists and academic people still don't have answers to certain questions of things that happen on this planet Earth. Space is still being discovered, the ocean is still being discovered, and even things on this land is still being discovered. Essentially, what Terrence Howard is pointing out is that the current thinkings and theories that we have pushed to be true have limits, right? If certain equations, if certain theories have limits to them, that means they cannot go beyond what it should be, right? And what he put up against those theories is just the existence of energies in life and how we conform and how we expand and how we contract over and over, right? And these things don't have limits. These things do not have a bounds. It is limitless. It can go as far as it can go and come as close as it can reach. Uh, and what he pointed out was certain equations do not fit that fundamental natural theory. So a question comes about: how can equations that have limits and limitations to them equate to the natural bounds of reality, right? How can that be if there are certain numbers and certain limits that an equation can go to with before it reaches you know uh zero, or before it reaches a number not or not able to be rationalized? That's okay, because in the natural world of life, everything can be accounted for through the natural way of the universe, not through an equation. Terrence Howard dives a lot in this more in his Joe Rogan podcast.
Yes, nature with everything, but we're living outside of nature.
Because we're acting on faulty ideas.
Faulty fundamentals. We're still going with Euclidean straight lines when there are none. And we would rather think we have understanding of the universe at 4% and keep the 96% as a mystery. And we invent all these science fictions, black holes and dark matter and dark energy and all of this stuff, neutron stars that's spinning so quickly. We invent all of these things because the math is off.
If you haven't checked the Joe Rogan podcast out, I'll put a link to that video and you could go check that out. And he discusses way more than, the last video I just uploaded. A lot of people are confused with what he is saying. And I just want to bridge that gap between the unknown and what he is saying. And I want my people to understand this isn't you got to change everything you thought was about life. It's more of a open your mind to something new. Open your mind to different possibilities that even a black person that you can relate to and connect with and see is saying. So this is not a white guy. This is not a European guy. This is not Chinese guy. This is not somebody else trying to give us information that we may not shouldn't know or doesn't benefit us. This is a black African man. We all know him from movies and the entertainment and just being in our culture for all of these years. And who would have known that this would have been the person to discover or give us this information? But we did not expect this man, Terrence Howard, to be the one today to be enlightening us like this. But we cannot count him out. We cannot discredit him. We cannot give him the same energy that all of these other white European scholars are giving him, which they are trying to, say he's crazy. They're trying to say he is not worthy or creditable to be speaking of such. So they're not even giving him recognition. Like, how can somebody who is breaking down these, fundamental properties that we all know and not getting recognition by the same universities or the same scholars that push these theories or push these ideas? It makes you wonder, like, why why aren't they speaking with him? Why aren't they having him on, the universities and these platforms? So, but that's neither here and there, because if we know that he has this information and we know what he is saying, it's, ultimately up to us to support him and to keep what he is, saying alive, because who will do it? I just want that to be the message. I want that to be more understood firstly, rather than, just saying, yeah, listen to Terrence Howard and everything he is saying is right and what were thinking is wrong. That is not my intent. That is not what I want for my family, for my folks, supporters of the InnerG Exchange. My intent, again, is to just open your mind to the possibility of different thinkings. And hopefully that will lead you down the path of, discovering other truths and diving a little bit more deeper into what he's actually saying. We can discuss these things in further detail if you are ready and want to. But I just wanted that last video that I uploaded to be heard, so that way people can understand his basis of why he is saying what he is saying. He's not crazy. He's not saying things as a madman. He has an actual basis, an actual foundation of why he is saying the things he's saying, um, which again goes against what everybody knows. He's taking a bold stance with saying these things. He's taking a bold stance with presenting them how he's presenting them, with the challenging of current, theories and thinkings. However, uh, he is smart with what he's doing. He has his patents. He has things already documented. He has his, uh, what would you call it? His, you know, methods and tests and, you know, research. So the things he's saying, he can back up. The things he's saying, he has, you know, the credibility to speak about it. Um, it's just people aren't backing him up. People aren't saying you are right, Terrence, or you may be right. It's more so he's crazy and we can't listen to an actor. You know, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's really how Terrence Howard is being viewed after he just shared this on his Joe Rogan podcast. Which I just think that as us people, if we're trying to, you know, grow, if we're trying to evolve, um, we can't shut him out. We can't shut people like him out that is trying to wake us up and trying to get us to see, you know, the real truth of this universe and not continue to, you know, pretend to be in a universe that we understand or, you not know what we're actually contributing to. So just wanted to make this video to, go in a little more detail or a little depth, and with understanding of why I did upload the video like that, just as well as why I am promoting and pushing this subject. If you support Terrence Howard, if you support, mathematics, physics, quantum physics, geometry, and this is something that you are interested in and learning more about, please share, like, comment, subscribe to the InnerG Exchange. And let's keep this word going, man. Let's keep Terrence Howard's, theories and, new way of thinking, alive, because he's the only one that's kind of been brave enough to speak like this as a black person, which he has put in his life on the line, and his, the movie industry and all of those things. He's putting his life on the line to give us this information for us to receive.
I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world? Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. So when I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces. It's the thing that holds us all together.
So, we should be grateful. We should appreciate them. And we should be, wanting to protect the information, as well as the person that is providing the information. If you like the video, go like, subscribe, and please, keep supporting the InnerG Exchange. I will be pushing out more information like this. Um, just diving into more deeper concepts, deeper topics. And in the future, I do plan on getting guests on to speak to them as well. So it's not just me, getting expert, interviews, getting expert, opinions and advice, to share with you guys. Um, I just also recently found out that I'm at like 530 something subscribers, which is just another, thank you for the support. This has been a organically grown channel. I'm not paying for subscribers. I'm not, buying ads or anything like that. So, all the 500 people who do subscribe, thank you. If you not subscribe to the channel, please subscribe and, just keep supporting the platform. Peace.